God tier podcast, the coolest battle rap podcast in the world, with my co-host.
If they trying to run up a crack heads like Ezel in the cut, you're playing partner Lush, Diz and T-Rell. What's good with it? What's good with it? Hey, and I'm glad to have a no jumper MVP. Like it's a rookie year and an MVP simultaneously. Like you've been putting numbers on the board over here, bruh.
Thank you.
You really
I would
have.
say the MVP is probably Sharp.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Sharp is right there.
Man, y'all
you know
should
what I'm
check out my
saying?
interview with Sharp
I'm the
too.
sixth man off the bench.
But
I'm right there.
if you a six man, you Michael Cooper. You feel me? Like that's
Yeah. And by the way, I just start battle rapping. No, I'm bullshit.
Come on.
But I'm on here because nobody from our No Jumper family has came, here and show like you guys support and and like really
man, I appreciate
shed a
you.
light on what you guys are doing, and so everybody else can know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think everybody here holds y'all still to like a high pedestal. Like it's up there, but we haven't really came on here and dug deep and dive, and spoke to you guys and show love.
Yeah.
So I said I'm finna be the first nigga from the No Jumper family to come on this motherfucker
Man,
and show you
that's
guys love and respect.
Yeah.
You
We
We
feel me?
appreciate that immensely.
You feel me? Yeah, because we all be on everybody's shit. And I'm like, hold on, we forgot about these niggas. You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to get on your shit too.
Yeah, but I thought, also I be thinking like, you feel me? I think, they wanted to keep it predominantly battle rap and, they wanted to go that
They
lane.
segregating
Yeah.
it.
Well,
They
I don't know.
segregated
I
it.
don't
No,
know
you're
if
right.
yeah, I'm like,
No,
maybe,
you're right.
yeah.
You're right. We kind of made this thing like because we realized that like No Jumper and we also don't want to take away from what other people got going on. So if we start generalizing and letting everybody come on, what we felt like we'd be like biting into other shit, and we wanted to focus on just giving a platform for lyricists and battle rappers. But this is a special episode, so it don't.
And it's just too, it's just like, oh yeah, you guys wanted to keep it a battle rap too, and I felt like nobody wanted to step on your toes, and it was kind of like a respect level there too, because I know in the battle rap community, it's another community, it has to be respected. You feel me? And it's like family oriented.
No,
so I felt
that's
like,
real
yeah.
talk.
I hear you've
Yeah.
been doing your dabbling, watching battles and shit, man. T-Rell, man, what you tell us about some of the shit you've been looking at?
Bruh, look, I'm like, hold on. I'm like, it's just one random night. You feel me? I'm on here and I'm like, let me click this. I'm like, first before I click and watch their video, because I ain't even gonna lie to you. I wasn't like a battle rap fan, but I knew. And I'm like, I know they here for a reason. You feel me? They doing their thing, but I don't know. So I'm like, you my first guy. I'm like, let me go see what he done over the years. Boom, 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 boom. I'm like, oh damn. You know what I'm saying? You was handsome when you was young.
I don't know what happened.
Yeah, and I'm like, he's doing this thing.
It was drugs.
You guys were going crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was going crazy.
Yeah.
And then I got to my man right here. I got to you, no offense, but I got to you. And I was like, oh my motherfucking God.
I appreciate you, man. Go. I wonder what it is you saw first, man.
I'm like,
what
this
do you run into?
motherfucker
You must have seen me
is-
versus A-Class or something.
But I'm like, they like the disaster beef. But I'm like, disaster? This thing got beef?
Oh, yeah.
So I'm
man,
like,
we got
let
a
me
lot
go
of
look
ups
at his, let me go look at his shit first. Boom, boom, boom. I'm looking. I'm looking at your whole shit. Then now I'm digging deep. I'm talking about every time I look at some shit. Now I'm finding myself up 5, 6 in the morning. I'm Math
you
Hoffa.
actually-
Look, I'm just in Math Hoffa to 3 in the morning.
We had that battle, yeah.
And then I'm like, what did he do? Look, I'm leaving. I don't want any hidden shit. You know what I'm saying? I want to see where how it led all the way up and why
great.
people was on Math Hoffa. And then I'm looking at Charlemagne interviews. I'm on Vlad looking at these
They was all
interviews.
talking
It's a
about
rabbit
it.
hole.
Yeah, and they just felt like he was in the wrong and he was finna come, like, he deserved that. And he got a taste of his own medicine. And I'm like, taste of his own medicine? Now I'm going back to what he did. I'm like, this nigga Math was scanning this motherfucker, right?
Math was laying people out in his prime, man. It's
Yeah.
battle rap, man. It's like it's a fine line between like how we feeling that day and like what we trying to get off our chest. Even when I was younger, like I try to always control myself, but it's, you know, you look back and you understand like it's part of growing up and like we just lose control sometimes. And he was one of those dudes that used to lose control. Like,
what made you do that? Because it didn't seem
For
like
me,
his
That's
body
a long
language.
time coming.
That didn't, it was it? Because it didn't feel like it was like built up. His energy wasn't back.
There's always this gray line between like why it happened, and even when I look back on it, there's so many factors into it. It's the build up and it's a spare of the moment thing. It's like kind of both. Like we kind of just wanted to rap. We both wanted to rap, but we both had that thing in us where we also didn't like each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because
so
what
like,
was the build up? Were you guys hating on each other?
there was a lot of
Or,
shit
you know
before that. Me
on?
going to New York, like there was a lot of shit. Like it was just.
Well, the first
it was
time
him. Like even before the battle, he was saying shit like online. He was tweeting me shit like I'm gonna slap the shit.
Well,
out
the
of you
first
in the
time
battle
you
and all
went
that.
to New York.
That too.
He
So like
went
the
to New
first
York
time
for
I
a
went
battle,
to NY to.
and he's battling. This is like in 2010. He's battling this other dude named Swave Sever, and before that, like you know the way New Yorkers be. You feel
Right,
me?
right. I'll
Like
explain the situation. So basically, like I came out there, and you know they was trying to like press me over there. I was by myself, and they started getting up on me, and I was, you know, I was in Brooklyn, like in a real
and it's
gutter
because they
area.
were belittling L.A.
and like I was
And
in a
this was
real.
the only dude that was standing, like all the other rappers, battlers from the West, nobody was like pressing lines. You feel me? Like, at
And
this
you was
time.
like, you looked like a real white boy.
Yeah, I did.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
I know you thought
The
I was
beard
white.
and the hair was cool. Yeah, I thought
Before the beard and the hair, nah, you're right.
right then
Nah,
I'm
but
like,
I
that
also used
what?
to be like hella just like unhealthy and just all just
You was
eating
all
like
everywhere.
shit. I used to eat like shit, man. I used to be like gray because I just used to eat really bad.
Well, it's
bro.
crazy that that
yeah.
people look at him like a white boy. Because if you ask white people if he's white, they gonna say hell no.
Yeah, obviously,
you feel
bro.
me? Like they not white people is not claiming disaster.
But I know
Well,
what he
what-
means. So like yeah,
But
in
it's
a
a
sense,
general,
in a sense,
it's a
in a sense,
general
yeah.
especially in Brooklyn, like
common misconception.
maybe they was looking at me like that. Cool.
Yeah.
Whatever the fucking case was, I was out there and it was some gutter shit. I wasn't at no fucking like place like some like nice club or some shit. I was under a bridge in like a fucking barely dimly lit area. Like there was no lights. You know what I'm saying? Like the place looked crazy. We don't have shit in LA that look like that. Even though LA is scarier, it looked nice out here. Out there, it just looked really
You know
bad.
when you in the
So like I'm
section.
over there and it's just like I'm just trying to rap. And they just getting up on me right before I go on stage too. Like they did it on a
Solo.
on a strategy
You solo.
thing. Yeah. But it was like a strategic thing. Like looking back on it, it was just to throw me off for my shit. But you know, you in the moment, you don't know. And there's a dude like getting up on me and like he's showing me a blade and he's like telling his homie like, "What's up with this fool?" Like they doing all types of crazy shit. So I go in there and like Math was part of that. So that's how it started because he got up on me before it started and. You know, he said some shit to me because I was getting into it with Hollow or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So basically, he threw himself into it, even though he had nothing to do with it. So from the beginning, he didn't fuck with me, and he threw himself into it. It
And you
started
probably
from
were
there.
saying shit to him too, right?
No, I never was saying shit to him. So
No.
it's just started from there. No, he just threw himself in the middle of me and Hollow shit. So from there, it just kept on going. And then like us leading up to the battle, he was saying wild shit to me, bro. Like, and I'm going to believe him because he's a believable character.
Because he's done it before.
Yeah,
Yeah, but-
correct.
yeah, he's done it
and that's
before.
why I'm saying he's a believable character because he's demonstrated.
Well, y'all
he's
was
not one of the
in-
people
Yeah,
that
he
just
put demos
talk.
down. For
He
sure.
put demos down,
He was
man. He's
putting
handing out demos. So,
Well,
so,
y'all was in the there's a reality show
and
that
the
Eminem
slaughterhouse
had
shit too.
called-
We had like a
Yeah.
crazy, like we had a
Total
crazy
slaughter, and
like
they-
thing go on over there to where we was in the same house. And like when I first got there, like he was like trying to like press lines on like me, Daylite, everybody that came from out of town because he was in Brooklyn and he was like excited about it. And you know, I ended up bringing like my boy brought up somebody in the crib like from Brooklyn who's like a real
Who's a dude out there?
who's a real dude out there, and everything was like, oh no, we're cool, and like, nah, all right, just rap. But it was still tension, right? But they knew it was just all right, we're just gonna rap and none of this shit. So then that shit ended, and then he fired on
Serious Jones.
Serious Jones,
yeah.
right? So all that happened, and I just, for me, when it started is I just looked at it like, man, he fucking the game up, bro. Like I know I body him. You know what I'm saying? Like I wanna say all this shit to him, but to me it was just an angle. Like I was looking at it like from battle rap. Like I was like, this is a good angle.
So
like,
you actually went there. It was like I'm finna do it.
No,
do it.
No, and that's what everybody thinks till this day. And it's like, if it was that, I would just say it. You know what I'm saying? Like I would just be like, yeah, I came there to do what I did. But really, I was talking myself into it in the beginning. Weeks before that, I was just like, man, if he just starts acting like he gonna like do something in this battle, I'm firing on him first. I already in my head.
So
I was
basically,
like,
no, but like, hold on, it was premeditated. You kind of went there on that.
Yeah,
shit.
but this is the thing though. That was like 2 weeks out. Like a week out, like there was a connection established from both sides, and it was just like, nah, man, like, you know, chill. So I went back into the bar mode where I wasn't thinking about that. So like it was erased. Like I was like, he's just talking. Like I just started taking it, like all the Twitter shit he did, where he was like, I'm gonna slap you when I see you. I'm gonna do all this shit. We gonna get more views that way. And he's just saying all this shit.
This fool made a drawing.
Yeah, he did a drawing of me with my tooth. Well, drawing of a person with a turban and his tooth knocked out, and it looked like me. Like, and he's just like saying that he gonna knock me out again. He drew this shit. He's like, look what I've been drawing. Like when he should be writing bars, he was doing this. So to me, I was like, oh, like he really trying to make me like a victim type of thing.
And something to keep in perspective, you got that a lot of people don't like kind of overlook about the situation. I'm in the middle of this whole thing. Because I'm the motherfucker that booked it. You feel me? So I'm like putting out fires on both sides. This dude, like, not only is he like one of my best friends, like closest people to me, but like, you know, we work together. You feel me? Every 80% of the battles he's done in his career, I've personally booked and been a part of. Math is like my idol in this shit. He was like my favorite battler.
But how true was it when he was like, I think Dizaster was going through some shit and he was depressed. He didn't have no money. He was broke.
No,
he was a broke rapper.
I think like I mean.
Is that true?
I think, at the time, like, I was going through some shit, but that had nothing to do with it. You know what I mean? Like, and not at the time of the battle. It's when he puts that into context when we were on the show. The show happened way before the battle. It was like a year before. That year before, I was doing really bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit was fucked up. You know, I was in debt. I was dealing with all types of shit. You know, I came up out of that. You know what I mean? But at the time, I was going through that, and he was, like, making fun of it. That was part of the reason why it was easy to fire on him. Because he thought that shit was funny. You know what I'm saying? Like, he thinks that shit is funny. Like, it's not funny. So, like, in my mind, like, I've always had that there, but it's like, now I don't think about that as something that, you know what I'm saying, like, affected me like that. You know what I mean? Like, to me, it's something that you come out of and it's part of the struggle. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, yeah, you're broke and you don't have money. Like, no shit. I ain't have no fucking money. And I was trying to get it like you are. And everybody goes through it like that at a certain point. But that in itself is not he tried to make it like that was the reason, and then they kept on coming up with different theories. Like they was saying his third round was the reason I hit him, and then they was saying like all types of other shit. So like I couldn't they were saying I set him up. So but first it was I came there to hit him. Whoa. Then they were like the third round was so crazy that Diz couldn't take all that shit he said to him, so he fired on him. Yeah, said, well, but it did bother me, and I admitted that. I told people, I was like, yo, it bothered me that he said that because he thinks that's funny. So I was just, if anybody would have think that's funny saying it to anybody else, I would be like, yo, you're corny. Like, why are you making fun of this person? So it was just something that bothered me.
I take a big objection.
But people took it like,
I take a big objection to anybody saying the setup. I had to go on Vlad. I brought Vlad to my hood over to Clemson Street and talked about that shit on Vlad TV, because like at the end of the day, what that implies that is that if I book you for a battle, you not safe, or there was some kind of nefarious other intention, like their static, whatever they had going on, that wasn't even the reason why I wasn't trying to capitalize off of that and book that battle. I'm looking at two of the greatest of all time. Math Hoffa,
they're
literally
stupid for booking us. They're fucking idiots. All of them, because like they are, because at the end of the day, what they all did, especially like what Organic did, which shouts out to Organic again. This is not a shot at him, the King of the Dot owner. They put together this battle that they knew was volatile as fuck. They knew this battle had potential to go left. When it did, they all jumped out of the hot water and was like, you did it. It's all you. It's like, nah, y'all part of it too. Y'all set it up.
We still talking about it to this day, and you gained a fan right now from those moments. That
Yeah.
shit was kind of almost like
It's legendary hip hop.
that shit is legendary shit, and like they should
I
have
mean, that's
did
the
that
first time
shit.
someone said something positive about it.
And keep-
That's
God, you're the
crazy.
first person that said something
And
positive
to keep
about
it a stack,
Yeah.
if you want to
People
hold,
don't say positive
if you
shit
want to
like
hold
that.
somebody accountable, hold me accountable because I'm the one that booked
Well, the
that
positive shit
I'm
to come
saying
back.
y'all could
positive
have
shit to-
waited. Y'all could have even told us, you know what, y'all, it's really hot right now. We're gonna set it up at a different time, so you knew. My whole thing is, once it happened, everybody acted surprised. T-Rell, like they was like, how dare you? Like you just what? How did this happen? You stupid motherfuckers. He was drawing pictures of knocking me out. I was talking shit. He was talking shit. Everybody was talking
you
shit.
didn't go there
the
that
fans,
day.
The fans were just like egging both sides.
You
it wasn't
didn't
even
go there that day with the intention of
No,
doing
that's
that,
what
though.
people need to understand, and
And
it's
Math
been hard.
didn't either. Math
But
wrote-
Matt thinks I did. He
But-
thinks I set him up.
One thing I
would never
did,
let Math get
one
hurt.
thing I did want you to clarify is you coming back to Los Angeles. Because he was like, I think he went back to Los Angeles, kind of changed his identity, start hanging with Crips, start hanging with other motherfuckers. And I think he started, you know what I'm saying, sticking his chest out. You feel me? Like, and it wasn't like, I didn't get the like full like story on that because you know or the backstory on that like when you came back and you started.
There's a
doing that
backstory
shit.
to it.
started
Yeah.
hanging with Crips.
There's a backstory to
Started
it.
then.
I mean, it's not explained.
Yeah.
It's
no.
a gray area there.
Right.
So I need to, you know, I wanted to know from you.
It's a grape area.
It's definitely like gang politics. I definitely don't want to get into it. I don't think it's my position to. You know what I'm saying? Like as who I am, like I know like coming up in LA, what I've survived, like being around what I've been around. Like I've just been affiliated with shit my whole life. I've been around the gang shit my whole life. So I know now, like even though I went through my, you know, my lessons learning shit, you know what I'm saying? Like I know now what type of business to talk about. That's my shit, my battle rap shit, and what they want to hear me talk about. They don't want to hear me talk about this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if I sit here and start, Grape Street and da-da-da-da, I'm going to sound like one of those dudes that's trying to get clout off it. And I'm not. For me, like the whole way the thing happened, it was the best scenario because we both ended up like, the reason why me and Math even kept falling back into it was because the fans would be like, da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh, you scared or you scared? And they would egg shit from both sides. And then both of us wouldn't be having shit going on. Like we'd be both seeing other people get it.
You can't escape it.
And it was like for us, I feel like for him too, because I understand it. It's like when you ain't got your shit fully there, the drama and the beef seem like the most accessible thing to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause you like, I'm not busy doing something over here. And I'm not throwing that as a shot at him because I felt the same way at the time. But once you, like, he developed into some crazy shit. Like, his
He's
thing
killing
is
the
really
game.
successful.
Math is killing shit right now.
So
we
when
gonna
you
get
look
on
at
that,
that,
too.
Yeah.
when you look at that, it's the fact that we both, that it kind of died out and didn't keep escalating is why we both were able to continue succeeding and becoming successful. Like I look at Math, what he did, even though people won't believe this, and I've said it before, I'm low key proud of him because he didn't like get sucked into this shit and let it destroy him like it would have to other people. And it kind of did for a while, in my opinion. I think it took him a while to get over this shit. You know what I'm saying? And like at the end of the day, as battle rappers, we think that what we do doesn't influence people and it looks cool. Like we think that like fighting and all that shit looks cool. And I'm seeing it now with the other battlers when they get into fights at these events and there's all this beef, it looks crazy online. Like you start talking and people just start calling you a clown for it. And me and Math ended up looking stupid.
Yeah,
like we both ended up looking dumb in that situation until we both came out of it. And I did my own thing, started this league, did my own shit. He started his podcast. We get nothing but positive feedback from people.
Yeah.
So if I'm to hold on, I'm gonna let you get in. So if I'm to fall back into talking about this type of shit, I feel like it would just reignite the situation to where it would become negative for both of us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I felt like that with those situations, okay, they were monumental. I felt like, okay, you know what I'm saying? It made me watch, like I said, it brought me to everything else. Mm-hmm. And then it started making me a fan of different guys I didn't know, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, it is legends in here. And then I even know my boy Jay Mills, like I know he's a, you know, he's
Shouts out
done
to
his
Jay
thing, you know what
Mills,
I'm
man.
saying?
I love
But
Jay.
That even made me go back to go see like how much of a
I
legend
like that
he
you
is.
fucked with him. Yeah.
Yeah, like
he's one of the guys for sure.
So
for sure.
I'm like, damn. But what I was like, this is the straw. You know what I'm saying? That was it. You know what I'm saying? When the Daylite shit, when I watched that shit and
Daylight shit? What Daylight shit?
Like
Because there's a lot of Daylight shit.
Daylite fighting. I guess you and Daylite got into a fight or whatever the case may be. You showing your hands, he talking in the car. I'm like, this is it. You know what I'm saying? This is where you niggas need to draw the line. And I was like, this shit just do look whack. I was
talk about it now.
I'm like,
I'm not trying to open up all that. It's just like, look. That's the point. Is that shit made me look so bad, dog. Like I did not get anything good from it. Neither did anyone around me. It ruined opportunities for all my people.
That shit fucked.
It made it's a topic that bothers me because nothing good came from it for anybody. You know what I'm saying? But probably the people that got views off the fucking video. You know what I'm saying? As far as anything else, we all had to deal with all types of bullshit. He had to deal with people telling him I punched him, and I had to deal with crazy ass shit. Like I had to deal with just as much as abusive shit that made me want to fight again.
This dude,
you know what I mean?
This dude, Math, posted Dizaster's phone number on Instagram like the next day or whatever. Like he just screenshotted a text convo or whatever, and it just didn't blur out the number.
I still forgot that one, man.
This fool's phone was blowing up. Like I'm saying, like no. To the point where I'm getting threats, and people think that I'm a part of this shit. I'm getting fucking death threats from this is J-Bone from 195th.
All of it was fake ass fans. None of it was real. All like
random New Yorkers.
All fake ass fans, but
random New Yorkers.
It was really annoying having my number online because to this day, I get phone calls from. I don't answer my phone at all. I don't even look at my phone anymore because half of the calls till this day, I get like 3 of them, 2 or 3 of them a day from people who want to talk. It's not even hate or anything. It's just people that see the number and they're just like, yo, just say something. Like, yo, what's up? Like, and I just know if I say something, it's going to be a whole 1,000 paragraphs, so I can't say nothing.
And I brought those situations up because I was wondering, like,
those are the biggest controversial moments.
Those are controversial moments, but it's like, you know what I'm saying? What's fueling the fire? And I was like, it's not only the fans,
an extra 5 bands for that
but
shit.
I was asking, I'm asking and telling myself, is there frustration there because there's not a lot of money there? Niggas ain't getting paid a lot
at the time.
And niggas is frustrated and kind of broke and taking it out on each other.
At that time, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
because if you don't have big opportunities, beef is like the main priority. Nobody. And that's why being a gangster is different, and people have to respect why it's different from being a civilian that gets into beefs randomly and someone who's a gangster that lives his life where he has to look over his shoulder every single day and have to deal with the repercussions of that fucking life. And me, as a normal human being, when I'm happy, I don't want problems. Now, if you catch me on a time where I'm in debt, everything's fucked up for me, I'm gonna go the 100 with you. Mm-hmm. Because at that point, I have nothing to lose. I don't give a fuck. I'm letting all my frustrations out on you.
And that's not mutually exclusive to battle rap. That's human nature in general. But that's a really good.
That's how I.
That's a really good observation. Because think about this, right? Like for one battle, that you're essentially rapping the same amount of material as someone would make for an entire album. You feel me? Like each round is 5 minutes. It's like hundreds of bars.
100%.
Hundreds of bars, right?
Yeah.
So at the time, like just using that battle as an example, these fools getting paid like 5 bands for that shit.
To do genius work.
Right, to do virtuoso
and that
level
runs out fast.
Genius work. 5 bands. You know how quick 5 bands go. That ain't shit. Now the game's different. Nowadays, battle rappers getting 25, 50, 100 pieces for one battle. Rappers on Dizaster's caliber getting paid like that. You feel me? Geechie, Gotti's caliber getting paid like that. At the time, though, you talking 2014, it was a different game. And of course, that level, and you know, I know some people might be hearing like, oh, these guys are getting paid $5,000 and complaining about it, but like that's your livelihood and that's all you're getting, and you can't do 30 battles. You know, it's not like it's not like look at rappers. Look at like Ralphie the Plug puts out a different song every day. You can't do a different battle every day and capitalize off of it.
To reiterate on that too, like you could tell because I seen the last time I seen Math speak on this situation that we dealt with, you know what I'm saying? It just made so much sense to me. It's like the shit that I always believed, you know what I'm saying? Some dude was interviewing him in the car, you know what I'm saying? I forgot his name, but he was interviewing him in the car, and he brought the situation back up, and Math was like, oh, I'm over that shit, like, da-da-da-da-da-da, like, and you can tell why, you know what I'm saying? One thing he said in it, which he took a shot at me, but I mean, I don't care, but he's just like, he don't got nothing going on. I'm over it. And that's what made the most fucking sense to me.
You're not in his face.
Because when you're up and somebody else is down, it's no longer worth it for you. But he thought I was just down. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if now that I'm up, he feels the type of way again. But I'm just telling you, like...
Y'all both up, though.
No, exactly. I'm just joking. But
yeah,
at the end of the day, this runs parallel with what we're saying, is because I was thinking that in the moment I seen him say this shit. I was like, damn, he's really grown out of it. But I was like, man, if it wasn't for his success in what he's doing, he would have never grown out of that. He would have stayed in the toxic environment where people are fucking with him every day, telling him, hey, dog, you need to do something about that shit that happened in LA, and he gonna always deal with that. And like, fans gonna get the most out of it, and we not. Like, that's really, at the end of the day, we getting fucked up for the entertainment of others. You know what I'm saying? We just gotta do you. You know what I mean?
At any point, did you know what I'm saying, did he give you motivation? You know what I'm saying? You seeing him doing his thing and him reaching heights.
I was just happy for him.
But you was happy for him?
Because I was like, he's gonna leave me the fuck alone.
Did that make you do this?
No. I had nothing. No, I've been over this shit for a while, dog. Me and him almost fought again on some like real. I was down to do that. Like we set up a whole thing where we was gonna do a pay-per-view thing, and we was gonna get paid the money that we wanted to get paid. We was getting paid nice, like a real good amount of money to go out there and fuck each other up in front of the world. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like, we both agreed to it, and we were both down. We started training. I know he started. I did too.
As far as
I trained for like 3 weeks. They didn't come through with the fucking money
multiple times.
And that's why it kept
multiple times.
It was like 2 times that happened, and that's kind of why it kept coming back. And over the years, it feels like it's a more recent thing. But dog, you want me to tell you when it happened? You want to take a guess how long this has been?
Last year.
Last year? What? No, I'm talking about the fight. Like when we battled and the thing happened. That
was 2014.
When I swung on him.
We already said that.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, it's literally almost been a decade, dog.
Yeah.
Like 9 years. We're coming up on 9 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's enough for anybody to have let some shit die. Like battle rap, like after a month, people forget shit. It's just they want to keep waking it up.
That shit is not dying.
Yeah, I know. Not when you bringing it up on here.
Goddamn right. But I'm not bringing it up in a negative light.
No.
I mean, you want to understand it.
It's good. It's giving him a chance to actually clear the air.
And it's clear the air. And then other people that actually want to battle rap, or kids that want to get in battle rap, like, because now it's like you looking at that, what it's doing. Like, now it's like, damn, how's battle rap lucrative? You know what I'm saying? Maybe I won't not want to go like the traditional route. Like, what is battle rap doing over here? You feel me? Like, they doing podcasts over here. Like, it's so many other avenues now. You feel me?
Right.
And just by looking at that and then doing your research and then seeing where you at right now, you feel me? Like, that's sick. You feel me? Like, that's a positive out of that shit.
Yeah, it is.
And to clarify on what you asked, like, us doing this podcast had nothing to do with like Math doing incredible. But like, you gotta understand.
Yeah, I didn't do this to like try to compete with him. I'll be the first to admit, like, what he does is his own special thing, and it's incredible. I'm not trying to compete with it. I can't fuck with it. I'm
this
just
is
saying,
very different lane.
What we do is completely different, and he's
but
killing
Diz
it.
Did
like, you know what I mean?
Diz did an interview with Adam like 4 or 5 years ago that hit a milli, was like very successful. People been asking him for years to do something.
Yeah, like
more
this
on No
was
Jumper.
kinda
They've
something
been on
that
his
we've
line
been-
about it. Me, I have an extensive history of podcasting. People been trying to push my line to do that. And really, what we brought this together was it's a media partnership for our company, our Battle League GTX. Like, No Jumper was initially our media partner, and then it kind of evolved into being a podcast. So it really like had nothing to do with it. But I will say what Math does continues to to
Yeah,
create
no, he
more
elevates the fuck
opportunities.
out of the culture.
Yeah,
I've
it
been
elevates
watching
the
some of the
culture as a
shit.
whole and creates more opportunities for people, like you said, to be seen. Battle rappers, because now battle rap could either be the destination. You could just be a battle rapper forever, or you could parlay that into like, look at Conceited, Hitman Holla, all these dudes, Charlie Clips are on Wildin' Out. You feel me? You have a Sharon. They all have their own career on Wildin' Out. You got dudes like Dumbfounded. He became a big, like, notable actor.
And
His
on this,
podcast
and on
is good
this,
too.
when I see you, and on this, when I'm looking at it, when I'm looking at you guys, I want your take now. I want your take on the new battle rapper, or what happened in that fucking battle, or what this motherfucker did wrong, or this and that and the other. Like, you motherfuckers is legends. I want you to tell me, even though y'all are sitting here, you know what I'm saying, interviewing different motherfuckers, but still, I want your take. I want to see what's going on, you know what I'm saying? Because we in a podcast, it's natural conversation.
Yeah.
If y'all come on at the end of the
If
day,
we can
nigga, we
air the
talking
battles
about
on
this
here,
shit.
let's
You know what
do
I'm
it.
saying?
We
If
here
we
for
can
it.
air the battles on here, it would be a lot easier to do that too. Like what
we
you
would like
saying.
to be able
Hell
to.
yeah.
And then
Like
that's
the
what
way
we need
there's
to create.
no jumper
like, with
news. You feel me? Like battle rap news type shit.
I'm gonna
news
talk.
is here.
Hey Adam, I'm about to talk to you about some shit, man. We
news
definitely
is
need to talk
here.
about that. If we could get the battle itself, we get the content for it on here, and it's our content. Obviously, we could do the partnership like that, and then we could air it here, and then we could comment on it live and talk about the new guy and the what you're saying. Like you want us to comment on the shit.
I want to hear your point of view.
Yeah,
now,
so-
you feel
so
me?
you know what I'm saying? Like,
I
that
want to
would
hear
work
your
like
point of
that.
view. I want to hear your point of view.
We with all them activities. Hey, I wanted to bring something up to you actually that's kind of like a random coincidence, but since we coming on this show and based on the hat that you got on, you might find this interesting. Our event, we got a big event. This dude battling Geechie Gotti a week from Friday, right? Event's called Ouroboros, and it's actually at a spot called Black and Gold on Vermont and 77th.
Oh my God.
So we in your section, right near your section. You
Be
feel me?
careful, motherfucker.
Yeah. No, it's good. It's good.
Hey, don't put this out till after the event, man. You gonna make none of the people show up to the shit.
Show up to that shit. Show the
it's
fuck
good.
up
All
and
the
show
tourist
support.
fans are like, we ain't coming now.
I always wanted to see that shit live too, and I want to see it live now too. Like that's crazy.
If you around,
bro.
you feel me? You know where it's at. You feel
Geechie
me?
Gotti, do you think you about to hang? Can you hang?
Geechi's incredible.
Can you hang though? I mean, cause this get crazy. This one of the motherfuckers one of the only motherfuckers that I you know what I'm saying, that I've looked at, you know what I'm saying, and I see, and he's crazy.
Yeah,
He's crazy.
It's big for the West Coast in general.
It don't know. I mean, and it's kind of like
Geechie like the counterpart, man. Like what I can't do, he does, and what he can't do, I do. Like it's crazy. Like we both like. I've always looked at it. We like 50 and M at a West Coast type of thing. Like we both have that. Like
That's a
dynamic.
great comparison.
It is. We both are like that. Like,
I never thought of that. That's a brilliant comparison.
He believes the same shit too. We're two separate lanes, but we're just so incredible at what we do, and you can't even almost like draw a line between it. It's both needed. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why that dynamic was so fucking crazy. So I feel like the battle is gonna be nuts as hell because. You know, Geechie, man, he's been holding it down for so long. And, you know, I have too. And for the longest, I felt like I couldn't take a break because there was nobody to, like, do what I did. And then out of nowhere, somebody like him popped up and Rum Nitty and Danny Myers. But you got Geechie at, like, the forefront of that shit. And he's just, I feel like he's getting the same hate that I got when people, like, just want to see him lose because he's been winning so much, you know what I mean? So like I might have the opportunity with that, fucking with him on some, you know, the fans might want to see him lose shit, but also he's built such a good repertoire with the fans that might work against me too, because if he really like harnesses his shit, which I don't even believe he's been off like people are saying he's been, you know what I mean? I believe that he's just not bodying people like he used to, and because the people that he's battling, he's inspiring them enough to where they could hang and people are like, oh, the other guy beat you.
Well, yeah,
that's what I feel like is happening.
It's like the Michael Jordan syndrome. You feel me? Like if you know, let's say I'm playing against the Bulls in '96. If I put up 20 points, you feel me, and just have a dope game, that's gonna look like I put up 40 points because you feel me,
like just at that caliber.
And
you just was there. You was sticking with him, so that's enough for the people.
Yeah,
and I feel like that's what.
If I make it close, it's a win for me.
Yeah,
you feel me?
And like Geechie is like somebody that I super respect, and we've always had like nothing but respect for each other. I always watch his battles. I've always supported Geechie, and it's been likewise with him, and it's always been just good vibes with him. So I feel like this battle ain't gonna be fake either. Like we gonna be like, we really respect each other. People think that causes for weaker battles, and it doesn't.
Nah,
It's
because
kind of like what they say in the league too. You know, the older
Not
players
for
like,
me.
hey, we don't practice and we don't do shit with motherfuckers off season. We don't talk.
Right.
Or nothing. It's all competition until I'm out the league. Right. You feel me? And then if you are talking to a motherfucker like, you motherfuckers ain't competitive, y'all some bitches. Y'all don't know what's going on. And it kind of take the credibility off of motherfuckers. That's what motherfuckers be doing. That's the older people though, like the older generation, I would say.
I think that y'all know, you both have this internal awareness of what this means for the culture, and particularly because both of y'all, like, you were the first face of the West Coast in this entire thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
And he's like the current face of the West Coast for the past several years. And you kind of superseded it and went like on an international level, whatever. But what this means for LA, there's only so many matchups that are of this caliber that could even exist.
This is the
You
type
feel
of
me?
matchup that we could do again. Like we could do a Geechie Dizaster part 2, and even it's actually the type of matchup, believe it or not, that could become a trilogy one
And
day.
you can't fuck up, neither one of y'all.
Yeah, I
Like,
know.
you cannot fuck up. Like, y'all both gotta.
I mean, if it's back to back, you can't go trilogy.
yeah, I mean,
If somebody
If
back to
someone-
back,
yeah.
No, it wouldn't be back to back.
You know what
No,
I'm
I'm
saying?
saying like if we battle now,
if you win twice,
year-
then
yeah,
you
if
go
you
trilogy.
win
Yeah.
twice, if
Yeah.
you back to back, it's over. Can't go trilogy. You can't get one.
To be honest, I think this is finna be one of them things, and if this is just my little prediction, that it's not gonna have a winner. It's gonna be very contentious. A lot of people finna say Geechie won. A lot of people finna say Diz won. There's not gonna be like a general consensus on this, especially because they got such different styles.
Lush,
Like,
yeah.
you feel me on that?
Yeah, because it's almost like no matter what I'm gonna do in this battle, he's gonna have his fans that he's built for himself. You know what I'm saying? Even if he's done that and he's earned that, and this is not a shot at him, but he's earned. When people be like, yo, this guy has fans that gas him for nothing, or they be like, he got dick riders, it's usually applies to the new people that haven't put in work, that have new booty fans with them.
yeah.
Someone like Geechie has earned it, dog. Like he basically has done so much work that he's created fans that don't give a fuck what you're gonna do. Do you understand? But he didn't do that from just having dick riders overnight. He did that, bless you back there. He did that from
She about to give us that 17 plus 2. She about to.
COVID-22.
Come on, Riley.
Nah. What was I gonna say though? What was I saying before that?
Fans that going dick ride on GP, whoop-de-whoop.
Right. So like he basically has built a repertoire that's real to where I'm not gonna sway everybody.
So you think his fans giving him an edge?
But
Not
I feel
an
like
edge.
it go both ways. I
It
feel
goes
like
both ways.
You have those
I've
same.
earned those type of fans too. I'm not even. I'm not trying to play this like he has some advantage on me. I'm saying
Diz got
that's
some,
gonna work in
Diz
his
got
favor.
fans
Yeah.
that you feel me like
They don't give a fuck what he's gonna
in
be
other
talking about.
countries.
Yeah.
In other
Yeah.
countries,
They're
there's-
gonna-
I'm a fan.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck what he talking about either. But I just want to see. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, you gonna hang? I want to know. Like, shit, are you confident? All right, you confident? I'm confident. Let's go in this motherfucker. Like,
Well,
I mean, you
Are-
being from the streets too. I think you'll be
Yeah.
able to relate to Gotti. I think a lot of things that he's gonna say, you're gonna like naturally. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna gravitate towards him too in a way because
he made
he's an
gang banging popular in battle rap.
and he's just
Yeah.
you can honestly say he has no blemishes on his record. He's an authentic fucking person, period. Not just gangbanger. He's authentic all around, like in every aspect. And that's what makes it hard to battle him and what makes my challenge so big that I have to write around that. Like how do you destroy a perfect crip? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like he doesn't
like
have
destroying
no
Snoop Dogg.
yeah,
Right.
he doesn't have no blemishes on his thing. He ain't got no. He's not out there ratting. He's not doing no fucked up shit. He don't got homies. He don't take care of. He don't got no stories about him. You ain't. You know what I'm saying? He's not somebody you could talk about in a way like that. You got to work your way around that. You got to be smart. Now a lot of people when they battle him, they try to tell him shit like that, and it looks stupid as fuck to me. And that's why I feel like they not beating him. And maybe some other people feel like they really beating him because they doing that. But to me, I just know, like, you can't go up there and tell him, you're not this and you're not that and you've never done this. It's like, You're gonna have to work your way around that. That shit applies to the other people. You know what I'm saying? So Geechie got like a superpower in a battle. He has the card. He has the gangbanging card.
Now,
He has the LA card. Like that's a superpower.
But you got so much respect for him. Let's say
course.
there was a blemish on his record. Would you exploit that in this battle?
Of course not. And the reason why, why is because I feel like that would make me look desperate.
Yeah.
Like I feel like looking back on my battles when I was younger, when I would be trying to do all that shit, like it just looks stupid as fuck now. And remember, like when I did the fucking exposed.
And then your cousin with epilepsy.
No,
like,
I didn't expose no epilepsy
I'm
shit.
just
But
saying,
when,
like,
you know, I caught dude buying bars from another battle.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Right? Like, and I found out the dude, he's buying the bars off. I'm talking about this shit was so corny, dog. Let me just tell you, you can't make this shit up. This dude was sending him messages like, all right, so for an extra 4 bars, if I PayPal you like $40, like, da-da-da. And he's
Fuck
like,
it, tell us who it is.
like the dude Arcade and Caustic, we know, people already know. I exposed them, right?
Oh my God.
So like I exposed this dude, right? I came to the battle with the screenshots in case the motherfuckers were like,
Print
you
it
lying.
out. Print
In
it out.
case they would be like, you lying, I printed out their conversation. Their Facebook conversation with all the shit on it, talking about how much he's gonna get paid for what bars and send me more bars and I'll send you this and all this shit, right?
This fool rolled to the battle with Drake and
Pulled up-
and
he-
500 pieces of paper with screenshots on it. This
And
fool
I
did.
pulled it out in front of the whole crowd. He's Canadian, right? And I did
Yes,
it in
in
Canada,
Toronto.
which again, this makes perfect sense because if I'm battling Geechie in front of our people, what would it make sense to say some stupid shit like that, right? Because I battled this dude in front of his people in Canada, and they all looked at the papers as if they seen a fucking ghost or something. Oh no, we don't see nothing going on. Like, dog, I'm sitting over here trying to tell him like this guy is a fucking fraud. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it wasn't working, dog. It just didn't work. And when you look back on it, I'm like, why did I even do that? I should have just wrapped the whole fucking battle and just brought it up as a random bar because them motherfuckers didn't care anyways. Now, if I would have did it to him in LA, would have been a whole different fucking story. He would have probably been carried out the building.
Any other city.
In New York, they would have stomped him out.
Yeah.
So
My other thing is when I have to touch it because it made me feel fucked up too. Just looking at it years back, even though it's not recent. I looked at it years back, but when my man pulled out that notepad,
oh shit.
Oh.
I'm like, damn, you broke my heart too.
Yeah.
I'm like, nigga,
were you-
Canibus shit.
I almost got mad at you for not saying, hey,
I was saying some shit.
don't do that.
Dog, I was.
Don't do it.
Dog, I was. You couldn't see me.
Don't do it, bro.
I was.
Were you a
Oh, my mama, hold on. What's crazy about
I was
what
a
he said?
fan,
That's what I'm
too.
saying. Were you a Canibus fan?
I was a Canibus
No.
fan. He fucked LL Cool J up. All that shit is out the door.
Yeah.
No, but listen,
that
though.
shit is done.
What's crazy about what you're saying is if you look close at the footage when he asked this dude for the notepad and he's like, yo, bring me the notepad.
Nigga, like-
I look at him and I'm like, don't do it. I literally start telling him, no. And you can see me like on my lips. I'm like, don't do it. No. And then he goes, I'm like, is he really doing it? Because he said he wanted his notepad. Like I heard him say, yo, grab me my notepad, son. Like some shit like that. I turned around. I'm like, what did he just say? Like, please don't tell me he's about to read the shit off the page because one of my heroes is about to die in front of me right now.
New York
And it was-
crumbled like
Yeah,
a little
if it
bit
was
that
third
day.
round, it would have been better. He did it in the
The
first.
Statue of
That's why I
Liberty
was like-
shed a tear.
Bro, New York, you definitely shed a fucking tear. That shit was. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, bro, that shit was so fucked
Nah,
up.
that kind of
bro.
it kind of upsets me the way that fucking thing ended, man. Because like I really do love Canibus, man, and I feel like he was going through a lot of shit in the circumstance that he was in. He might have not been fit to battle, and he just wasn't ready to get in the ring with me, anyways. But just he walked into the wrong shit, man. And I thought he was more ready. I didn't know. It's not like I set him up, dog. I was terrified of him when I wrote. That's why my bars are so crazy, and it is because when I was writing, like you got to understand too, like this is 2011. This is still in the beginning of this era. Like it's not too far off from when he was running shit. It's only a decade away. Like I'm like, dog, I'm in the middle of real hip hop right now. Like this is the shit. The whole world's gonna see me. and everything that I've worked for, that I'm supposedly this kid from Lebanon who came out here and battles and all this shit, like it's about to be decimated, and this guy is about to show me that he's the original thing and we're fake rappers. And in my head, I was just like, we're probably not the real thing. These are the real lyricists, you know what I'm saying? Until I just started realizing that they all fucking bleed. And, 10 years later, I'll tell you, we the real motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Not nobody in the industry. But, we got love for all of them. We love the music. But, when it comes to this rapping shit, like when you strip away the beats and the DJs and the people helping you out and the producers and the engineers, and it's just your voice, not a lot of people could do this, dog. Like
From that day on,
that's what happened.
you were stamped.
Yeah, that was a big. And you know what's crazy?
Your legacy is there. You could do whatever. You could sock 3 more people.
That didn't happen till later.
Yeah, it was over.
But look, I
I'm
got
saying if you
banned
do
for
it
that
now,
too.
yeah.
That
Even if
fucked
you do
everything
it
up.
now, like the legacy is there from that shit that day on. That's crazy.
That's a Fendi
But you
fact.
want to know some shit is that like it's crazy the places that my legacy got solidified after that battle, because I remember one of the most places ever that interacted with me after that fucking battle was when I touched down in London, dog.
I was gonna say the UK off top.
It was kind of unreal. Like I was like low key Drake for like a couple years over there. Like I was just everywhere I went in London. It was just like, yo, man's battled Canibus. Yo, what's going on, bruv? I'm just like, oh shit, like da-da-da. Like it was every corner I hit. It got to the point where people would look at me, be like this. I'll be like, yeah, Canibus. Like
Yeah.
I just would know what they about to say to
Already.
me. They're like, yeah, Canibus, bruv. Like they such fans of him, and he grew such a crazy fan base over there that they actually watched that. So I feel like I got a lot of fucking, I got a lot of shine from that, from Canibus, a lot of overseas fans. It's crazy, man. He gave me a big chunk of my international fan base in the beginning.
And that's the thing that people don't fully give, that the other battle rappers don't want to acknowledge about Diz, is that the moves that he's made is what elevated the overall landscape of the entire culture. Like when he battled Canibus, there had never been someone with like a platinum plaque that's been in the mainstream that has that level of notoriety outside of battle rap step into that space and just bring it to a whole new audience. Busta Rhymes is talking about it. Swizz Beats, everybody in the world of hip hop is commenting on it. It's the first thing to ever be a trending topic on Twitter that moment. And then repeating the same thing when we booked Cassidy and he battled Cassidy.
But hold on,
2 years later.
before we even got there, so like 2000, because that was the second time Drake showed up when I battled that dude that Ghost wrote and all that shit, right?
Yeah.
That a ghostwriter. But the first time when Drake came and hosted my battle
In 2011.
was 2011 during when Take Care was dropping.
He's been a battle rap fan.
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
But hold on, this
Yeah.
was during his,
Yeah, I didn't
like,
know that.
This was during his like explosion, right? And you got to know something that people don't realize. They just look at it maybe like he just hosted my battle. But at the time that happened between me and DNA was such a monumental battle because of that and the fucking way we rapped in it, that it brought in so many new fans and eyes that the whole scene started benefiting from it, but they didn't know why. They were just, everything started growing way more rapidly and shit started coming in, sponsors and all this shit. Now everybody was thinking in their head that this is just how shit's moving. But they don't look back on those moments when before that day, there wasn't really shit going on in battle rap. Like we was still super underground. You know what I'm saying? That was really the moment that like kind of just started bringing on, and then from there it just never stopped. 2 years later, we were doing the Total Slaughter shit with Slaughterhouse and Shady Records.
Really, the only moment like that you weren't a part of is the Loaded Lux. You gonna get this work, and that's the only moment in battle rap that
like
pushed,
huge moment like
that pushed the culture, the entirety of the culture forward. Was that's the only one.
And what's crazy about that is what people don't realize is that the reason why Lux and Mook came back had a lot to do with me. Because, well, it's me and DNA. I'm not going to take full credit. But because of that battle that I'm talking about, which this runs exactly into what I was saying, Mook and Lux were really hard to book, bro. They did not want to battle. So all those years, everybody was trying to get them to battle, and they just wouldn't fucking battle. Once me and DNA happened and Drake came, it kind of went on Lux's radar. You know what I'm saying? Like now he's seen that like battle rap was really fucking popping because before that shit wasn't big enough for him. In his head, shit wasn't big enough for him, which he kind of had the right to feel that way because Lux is a pioneer and what he was doing was really huge before that. So he felt like there was nothing worth it in it for him. And you seen after that happened, him come back, everyone so I feel like that wave was created from that moment. There was a huge wave created from that moment that people don't like to give credit to.
Well, and
It's,
motherfuckers
like,
want to think that Drake just popped up now with the whole UR. And I get it, because that's probably when a lot of y'all first seen Drake involved in battle rap. But like, this is like 2011. He had just put out the Forever song, the joint with Wayne and Kanye, you feel me, and Eminem. That had just come out when this battle went
like
on.
As a battle rapper, do you feel like Drake has a lot of battle implements in there in his
Yeah, you
rap
can tell. So
songs
look,
and
check
shit?
this
Hell
out.
yeah,
Hold
you
on.
do.
So check this out,
Hell
man.
yeah.
So like after he came to that battle, it literally wasn't, I don't know, within that year, he was dissing Common. Like, within that year, they were going at it. Like, he was starting to jump into shit, and, like, you seen him starting to throw shit on records and come at people. And I feel like a lot of it was from him coming around battle rap and getting hype and being like, man, I want to diss people. And he's such a
people
good
don't-
writer.
And it's almost like these niggas is human. Like you
Right.
said,
Yeah,
you
and
bleed.
He has
Right.
star
I
power.
seen him and him. I'm finna do it.
Look, and not only that, he has star power that nobody has, and he's an incredible writer. So, like, why wouldn't he want to? You know, I know Drake wants to battle. I know I know he would do a battle, but he'd just have to be perfect for him in his scenario.
He
But
for
yeah.
sure wants
wanted
to.
it.
He would kill it.
But-
But to be
kill
real
it.
with you, he would fucking body some shit. People have no idea. Like, he's actually such a good writer that he's one of the guys you actually would appreciate on a second and third watch back.
I'm
In
going
my
to take
opinion.
it further and expand on your question even further. He straight up said to me when I chopped it up with him one time, like he brought me to me and the homie Organic and Gully to his concert series, which was called Drake versus Lil Wayne or Lil Wayne versus Drake. He said, we based this entire concert series as like a tribute to battle rap. Like that's how
Right.
much he's influenced by it. And that was back in, that was 2014. That was 8 years ago.
and now he invests
Like,
in battle rapper.
yeah.
I don't know if he personally does, but he's like involved in these
He
events.
threw his
Like
birthday
somehow.
party was a motherfucking
Yeah,
battle
I mean,
event.
that-
yeah,
that for
like,
sure.
shit.
You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, in his rap style, to also answer your question, yeah, like he battled, he went at Common, which was super overlooked, and he did it in a really surgical, crazy way. And then
like
even
subliminal surgical type.
yeah,
subtle
he didn't
type
say
of
his
shit.
name or nothing. You feel me? Like, and did it really well. And then the motherfucker charted with the diss track. How many people have done that? That's
I
very.
think he was gonna battle Mook. Do you guys
He
think
was.
Do you guys think
Right,
Mook is
there-
like
that
the
too.
best in it? Like
I mean, Mook for me
to
is
do
like
it?
one of those guys. Like
I love Mook.
he'll always be like one of my favorites because Mook he's like a Jordan logo type of shit. Like he's obviously right now, like there's just so much talent in this shit that he's gonna get overlooked. You know what I'm saying? And that happens a lot with a lot of our legends. You know what I'm saying? And people do count him out of shit, and it's fucking crazy to me because I think like. Again, this is back on evolution and talking about my Drake shit and how it created a wave that nobody appreciates. He created a wave back then. Now, we can't see the wave because digitally you're not going to be able to go back and just see this fucking wave online. You know what I'm saying? But you got to know if you were there and you were in it, you got to know that there was a period of time where that was the guy. And you looked at his shit and you was like, he's out there smoking people. Like he was already a star before pretty much we all were. Like everybody in battle rap, minus Rex, Reed, and like Lux. And like, I don't know. Like Mook was like the first fucking real star in battle rap. So he's the original guy. He's Jerry West, fucking Jordan. I don't know what you want to call him.
Yeah.
His logo.
So
You
what
know
would
I mean?
what would you tell a kid that's coming in here, you know what I'm saying, just battle rapping? What would you tell him, like explain to him how will you keep your legendary status and make this shit lucrative for you at the same time?
To be honest with you, that's you asking, bruh, like there's a reason why I made the MVP comment to you at the beginning. You good at this motherfucker. Like all right, fuck you, man. Nah, look, I'll say this. Off rip, you just got to get in the game. Like it's having those type of delusions of grandeur when you brand new, you feel me? Like it's not even gonna behoove you. You gotta just get in there and be willing to fucking catch bodies. It ain't even about like fuck preserving your legendary status. You got to create that. You got to create your legacy. You got to do that by putting your best foot forward every single time you step into it. Half measures avail you nothing. You got to go on 10 at all times, and not be afraid and not have an ego. And at a certain point, you're going to realize, like, look, as someone, people say that I'm one of the premier scouts of talent and curators of events in battle rap history. I could tell if you have what it takes to be a superstar battle rapper the first time I see you rap. And it's not like, no matter how much you improve, let's say you like, I have people that I discovered that couldn't get through 4 or 5 bars without choking, but I knew they had star power. I knew they were, like my boy Saint, youngster I discovered who's one of the top dudes nowadays. Like, he's huge up and comer in the game. Shouts to homie Saint. He could not get through 4 bars. He was 16 years old, was super nervous, but
now he's crazy.
Now he's amazing. But I knew, and like they say, it ain't on you, it in you. You pause, but you feel me? Like, if you got it.
But how do you stay lucrative? And
the
make
thing
the,
is, like,
once you get to that point,
let me tell you something, man. As far as this topic goes, man. First of all, like, for the people coming in, they don't have legendary status. So this is addressed to the people that are already legends. And there is no real formula in battle rap to do that. Like, the main people that came into this, like the Mooks and the Lux and me, or whoever you want to name, Hollow, there's tons of names, right? There's like they're almost like forefathers now that are like grandfathered into this battle rap shit, right? I don't think anybody's going to ever be able to recreate that. You can't. It's almost like recreating, like, you're just not going to be able to do it. So what people are doing today, they're just going to have to move on their own path. And to keep it lucrative, what they're going to have to do is build their brand and not give it out, and actually focus, like, basically IP, you know what I'm saying? Like, just like the music industry, publishing, sponsors, you know, the revenues in battle rap come in 7, 8s, and 9s. They're not like other things, like where you could only get money out of 1 or 2 things. But the thing is with battle rappers is they like to just get their 1 or 2 fucking points of revenue and just go home, because they think that that's pretty much where it's at. Usually that single point of revenue is a big chunk, so it just looks so enticing that you forget about the rest of it. So you're just like, oh, look, this, I'm getting the bag. That's it. Some people be like, yo, I want the bag, but I want a percentage off this. You know what I mean? And then some people, now we're training them to think like, nah, there's a lot more avenues to this, and that's how you need to start thinking. Now, you can't be like that if you just coming into it, because if you just coming into it, you got to put in the fucking work that's necessary to get you there. My advice to the people coming into this is every paycheck you get is going to crush your talent even more. If you're in this because you're coming to get money, you are not going to get far, because when we started, what pushed us to this point is not getting the money. So what drives a battle rapper is literally starving in the beginning. You have to.
You got to get your name up. That's what I was saying, yeah.
Sacrifices, invested, it really got to hurt you. Like, you got to really feel it. If you go into your career without that part in your shit, you ain't gonna be a legend. You ain't gonna last. You look at any of the big guys, like if you're talking Mook or one of these dudes, man, they probably got serious struggle stories when it comes to battle rap, catching a fucking train to the middle of nowhere with nothing in his pocket and fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's where everybody came from, standing on the corner and just being like, fuck it, bro. I used to battle. Dog, I battled before for Little Caesars pizza and pretty much a pack of cigarettes. We used to battle like that.
I hope you won.
Over there off Parthenian. Yeah, I always won.
But you know what?
But like that's how serious it was. We battled over like a box of pizza before. Like, I'll battle you for that fucking whole pizza. You lose, I'm taking the whole pizza.
But what you said though before is
100%
100% the answer that you was looking for. Really is like, you know, get your publishing straight. Get your sponsorship on. You like realize that your intellectual property comes with value.
So publishing as are you guys streaming these battles now?
So we for our league GTX, we got a distribution deal with Sony Orchard, right? So through Sony Orchard, we're able to get our battle rap content on all digital streaming platforms. When we release that, what that does, and I'm saying this because I want everybody to explore options like this. This isn't some exclusive game. I want everyone to be eating like this. That's what we want. That generates an ISRC code. You take your ISRC code, that's what you use to register with your PRO company, which is either ASCAP, BMI, whatever PRO company you use. That's how you register to get your publishing, to get your songwriting credit. And then that's generating mechanical royalties, residual passive income that's gonna come forever. And when one of those battles winds up, let's say they take an audio clip from one of your battles and it winds up being viral on TikTok. Boom, all of a sudden 5 years from now, you eating on a battle that you got paid maybe like, if you a new battle rapper, $500 or $2,500 for or whatever. But now you making 15 racks off of residual income off of it years later. It's about developing that catalog. It's about realizing that, hey, this content that's being created, it's not just for the moment. It's here for eternity.
I'll be able to find this shit on iTunes.
Absolutely. You can look up.
It's a long run game,
Dizaster
bro.
versus Assassino. It's on iTunes right now.
It's a long run game, and the short run game is not the bag either. That's the long run game, and the short run game is knowing your value, creating your product, being able to explain it to somebody, and then getting those sponsors. It's literally knowing that you're a walking billboard. And you need to slap
all your
ads
clothes,
onto your shit.
Whatever
you need to
you're smoking.
Yeah, because a young kid would know that. They just think I'm finna hop in the ring, say some bars.
They do, and that's
all.
everybody I battle though got a sponsor.
You gotta have a business.
I've never, the people I battle never have a sponsor. Everybody I battle, man, they just show up to the battle. I'd be looking at them like, damn, you don't even got a sponsor. I've never went into a battle without one. It's crazy.
But with you, because you've been on that hype, and people don't really give you enough credit. I know they do now with the GTX thing, but for your business acumen, I feel like a lot of it came from like you not getting the bag you wanted for a specific battle.
With not getting paid
shit, how am I
forever.
not gonna get paid? Shit, you want me to wear your hat? You want me to wear your sweatshirt? Whoopty whoopty whoop. Getting cash out.
Man,
on all
I sold
angles.
everything. I sold bar space in the middle of a verse. I told this company, look, man, I can't wear a hat for you or a shirt because it's taken. You know, I'm promoting other companies on my hat and shirt, but I will find some space for you during my verse. I'm going to put the phone number in the fucking verse and give me my money. Got 10 racks out of it. 10 racks out of it.
And you used to be, you was involved with the Last Kings brand, right? Yeah. This motherfucker wore a Last Kings hat in a battle with millions of views for free. So maybe, you feel me, we can get some residual income for that. He had the 180.
No money.
Wait, when did I do that?
The 187 hat.
Yeah, that's old, though. That's so old.
Yeah. No, it's just funny. Just like when I was like, oh, we chopping it up.
Hat.
That's his
crazy.
hat. You feel me?
Yeah, that's
that's
crazy.
crazy.
That's full circle.
I wore that hat for a minute. I wore it in some battles. What battle?
Do you know where you got that hat?
Yeah, Smokey gave it to
This
me.
is my hat
Oh,
that I gave to Smokey. You inherited third generationally. But yeah.
Shout out Tiger. That's his shit.
Yeah, you feel me? All that. Shouts to Tiger.
Did y'all give y'all take on that I Caramba shit?
I can if you like.
Tiger used to be up in there at the pit, didn't he? He had the famous snow bodies.
I can see why you feel me. I can see why that pissed off some Mexican people.
Why?
I mean, like I could see why it. I could see why it did. He's using certain like, and it did offend me, and like I fuck with Mexicans very heavy. You feel me? My fiance's Latina. Like I'm deeply entrenched in that culture.
Embedded.
My whole hood is from Mexican hood. All that. You feel me? Like I'm homies with Duno. You feel me? Like it runs deep.
Yeah.
But I could see why using certain cliche imagery when it looks like to me, I think it was all in fun. So it's like whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I could see why people were rubbed the wrong way because it wasn't like doing it in a cool or slick way. And I also think this shit is kind of weak, to be honest with you. You feel me? Like
What y'all talking about?
like for example. Like when
talking about,
like
man?
when YG, no disrespect to Tiger, he got some slaps and all that, but that shit kind of weak, fool. Like I fuck with that YG Go Loco. That shit was hard. Like you knocked down Mexican bitches of that song, and you feel me? Like that shit's hard, but that I Caramba shit's just kind of like, damn fool, you being a little bit disrespectful. Like, but I don't know. I didn't think it was funny either.
As battle rappers, like who are you guys listening to right now? Like I don't even know how to like.
My whole playlist is African shit.
He gonna fuck you up with that. Yeah.
I was gonna like And my dumbass was gonna say real rappers. Like I don't even know how to categorize that shit.
You know what? You know what? Like
that's crazy.
Just because somebody battle rap, that don't mean that he's listening to lyrical, miracle,
I'm listening to
spiritual.
Future.
You feel me?
I don't know what to tell. I'd be listening to random shit like that. I don't know. I like fucking
yeah, what's in your
Kodak.
yeah.
I like, you know what I mean? Like, fucking, I'm listening to just all that shit. You know what I mean? I like Trippie Redd. I like, I don't know. Different shit than people would think. But, you know, I have my crazy extensive, you know, lyricist bag. But, you know, I don't go into it every day. I go into it when I'm feeling it. You know what I mean? But on a regular basis, man, I don't even be bumping a lot of new rap shit, to be honest with you.
You
like
say your
that.
shit African. Man.
Yeah, I be listening to a lot of African shit, man.
You don't listen to barely any rap.
Thames, Rima, like just so much shit. Like I got Omale, like there's so many people that I fuck with that are in my playlist that I just like I fuck with heavy, you know what I mean? And just like older shit too. So, you know, I'm on that wave right now. But
I listen to hella shit too, but I listen to a lot of rap music, and a lot of it's just like just street shit and turned up shit and shit that move me and motivate me. Like I listen to like a lot of Detroit music. You know what I'm saying? I love Cash Kid. I love Icewear Vezo. Fuck with fools like that. I listen to a lot of the newer Cali shit, fools from like the Stockton shit, like EBK, Young Jock, and Slow B.
Yeah, fire.
And you feel me? I'll listen to Sack shit. I'll listen to, you feel me, R.I.P. Briss and all that, and Mozzie, and I'll listen to anything that's popping in L.A. like for sure. Or even like IE shit, like I'm fucking with like anything that's new and cutting edge.
Tapped in.
Yeah. No, I'm
this nigga tapped in.
I'm dummy logged in. Like, but yeah, like in LA right now, like I'm fucking with Blue Buck's been killing it. Obviously, you feel me? Kalen for real. Blast. R3, the Chilling Man's killing it.
And I'm asking y'all that because you know we don't want to be like. We don't want to have just the battle rappers here, you feel me? And you guys are only catering to one thing. Like, I need you motherfuckers to cater to all rap. You feel like I don't want you to because that's what
we felt like that's what everybody else does.
And I look at Math Hoffa and I'm like, this nigga's doing. Whoever can come on this motherfucker.
Yeah, 21 Savage on
he's
there.
a legend. You know what I'm saying? Niggas know what the fuck he capable of doing, what he's done. So, and the respect level was there. So, and the respect level was there with you guys too.
I just don't feel like
you
it's
know what I'm saying?
I just don't feel like that's like our lane because we really want to give a lot of shine to the, like that's the problem. Like we feel like people chase views too much and that's all they care about. You know what I'm saying? And like, that's not what me and him are on. We understand that like a lot of the episodes that we put together, we know they're not gonna get crazy views. We know like a lot of them won't, but we know they're important conversations to have because in the future they will. Over time, people will catch up to them. They're not gonna be viral right away. But if you look at the comments under our shit, it's like you could tell like the people like that are from the cloth, how much they appreciate the fact that we bring in this real grassroots shit to it. So the people at the bottom, that's the only way we could like show like battle rappers and people that are not as exposed. But I think at some point we gonna run out of battle rappers.
But it's not just battle rappers.
But
look.
Battle rappers. Like, if you niggas did at least 3-4 interviews every day,
we are
you
gonna run
cut.
out of battle
Like
rappers.
nigga, that's what I'm asking you. So what do you do after that?
It's not
we
just
can start moving up.
But it's not just battle rappers though.
know.
Anyone that's like, cause like, look, I slap all that other shit. I slap the AFM Bop and all that, like them LA rappers. But then we'll slap like Rock Marciano, you feel me? Like Benny the Butcher, Conway, like the lyricists that Simba, you feel me? Dudes that are pushing a lyrical agenda in hip hop. And I love
Simba, man. He's so fire.
That's what our podcast, that's what God Tier's
been.
been from the jump. We had Exhibit on here. We had Razkaz on here. Like, it's not all just battle rappers. It's battle rappers and lyrically inclined individuals. So we gonna continue and like, look.
Yeah, it's not just battle rappers.
Today we just had Almighty Suspect on it. So it's like we'll expand beyond it, and we fuck with all different kinds of shit. But at the end of the day, I feel like that's kind of been what's missing. Like occasionally fools will have somebody from that cloth on No Jumper. Adams chopped it up with Ghostface Killer, chopped it up with like if you have Schoolboy on or whoever. But
Adams chopped it up with 50% of the motherfuckers I've done interviews with.
Right,
It's just different.
You almost can't find somebody that Adam hasn't interviewed.
Yeah,
I'm like,
but
damn, he interviewed him too.
But it's always
like,
different. The conversation is always different when
It's
it's
gonna be
somebody
different
else.
when it's
Yeah,
us.
yeah, no,
You
yeah,
know what
you're
I'm
right.
saying?
Because
It's,
you bring
it's
up
always
different
different.
shit, obviously.
It's different memories, different shit you could bring up, different like a motherfucker share something with you that they wouldn't share without us.
I think. Hold on. One thing.
That's a
one
fact.
thing. Like I really want to make clear. Like there is, it's like an unspoken divide in what's hip hop and what's rap shit. Right. There's this, and everybody would be like, no, it's all the same shit. But I feel like this whole it's all the same shit leaves a lot of the other stuff to go under the rug. And I feel like that's why we interview certain lyricists and people that are of a certain caliber, because to us they're in that lane of battle rap, they just haven't battled yet. But it's a style of rapping that's more content driven and educational, and that's kind of what we want to focus on, because we feel like No Jumper brings all the other shit to the table. It brings all the get going dumb and people getting leaned out and pilled out or whatever the fuck whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? But what we do is completely different. I feel like if we start mixing it, you know, but I hear what you saying, but if we start mixing it, we gonna lose our identity. So like,
Nah, you won't
but we
lose your
having a
identity.
convo. But I'm just letting you
won't
know,
lose,
like,
you won't lose your identity because
No, but I'm
it's
saying,
a
like,
lot of
branding
motherfuckers that
wise.
be like, you know what, that's just not my cup of tea. Like I don't like that, you know, because
Yeah.
it's like for the old, it's like that's the old shit. Like the new shit, I just want to feel it. You feel me? Like,
right,
yeah.
and that's because of motherfuckers just don't know.
Yeah.
It's either they don't know, they really ain't tapped in, they just feel like it's some cannabis shit. You
And-
know what I'm saying? Like, but
and
when
what's
if you go
crazy-
look at it,
And it's-
no, but look, if you go look at it, like I'm a fan from some shit 6 years ago.
But then also
You
like
feel
look
me?
at
That's crazy.
And it's not no cannabis shit, nigga. This shit crazy. These niggas are fighting and all type of shit. Like,
well, certain
I'm telling
artists
you.
that people really like the No Jumper audience in particular, like look at Draco, R.I.P. Like Draco is an amazing lyricist. He used a lot of the same literary devices that battle rappers use, from punchline to multisyllabic rhyme structure to certain things, but people just don't. A lot of his audience don't have the ear to even understand that.
Seen Dizaster fighting, they finna fucking tune in because these little motherfuckers is crazy out here.
and
And,
that's
when
the
they
thing.
start tuning in,
Yeah,
they gonna
you-
be like,
you-
"Oh, this
you-
is crazy."
First of all, man, I just want you to know, because I know you really love the fighting shit, but I want you to know I got banned for that shit. They fucked up all my bread for a whole year. I couldn't fucking eat. They had to book me. Well, I got the
We had to
Cassidy
start a whole
battle.
other league to
We
book
had
him.
to start a whole nother fucking league.
And I had to
nobody
give
would let me
and look
rap.
what
and
that
I had to
happened.
give Math 5
Yeah, but
extra
that
bands.
fucked up too.
I gave Matt
Yeah.
5 extra bands. I had to pay over
hey,
15 racks
you act
for that.
like, yo, like if I punch the next
Out
guy,
of
my
pocket.
life's gonna become
But
better.
it's
Out of
like,
my
it's
pocket.
like, it's
That
like, how do
wasn't
you get
good,
the younger
man.
generation
I
to
hate
start
that
tapping
shit.
in more?
Okay,
That's
and
what I'm
see,
saying.
yeah.
How
So-
do you get the younger? How do you get these young motherfuckers to start tapping in?
There's a whole new generation of
You're
younger,
kinda right about
but
that.
there's a whole new generation of younger battle rappers, and I think that once they realize, shit, we got a voice representing us, and like he's talking the shit that we can relate to. You feel me? Like think about like TK in battle rap form. You feel me? Like, and that exists. Those individuals exist nowadays. People just not really privy to it. And really, what's going on over here at No Jumper is, we came in with our own like separate entity, you know, and at the end of the day, a lot of people, the primary people watching our podcast, are new people that we brought over to No Jumper. The No Jumper audience, they're like,
They
who
ain't tapped in yet.
who the fuck are these fools?
Yeah,
So
because
we have to.
yeah, but
I've
that's
had to
cool.
humble myself and kind of realize that
they
I
ain't
ain't.
tapped in yet.
that
So
I
we
ain't
gotta
got
get
the-
these young motherfuckers tapped in on you,
And that's
motherfuckers.
why,
You know
and
who
that's
would
why
be an
you
incredible-
coming on here help a lot, fool.
You know,
Straight
it would
up.
be an incredible guest, like for that.
Straight
Is
up.
like we could always find the lines where we find similarities. Like someone like YBN Corday.
Corday,
right?
exactly.
That's what I was just thinking.
Exactly.
Right? So like
He's-
someone like Corday, who's an incredible freestyler and just a all around great fucking rapper, and just like even though he's young, he's preserved the cloth. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like someone like him, we'd be able to make that connection where we could cross it from being a battle rapper.
But Juice
to
WRLD was
that.
actually like
I was
that.
perfect.
Hold on.
He was perfect
That was
for
the
this.
second thing I was gonna say. R.I.P. Juice WRLD. He would have been the most fucking perfect.
That's the
one.
ideal person
But that's
to
why I
bring
didn't
it all
say him.
together.
I didn't say him because obviously R.I.P. But you know what I'm saying. Like Corday would be the next person that I would think of. Like who would be like a real like
Because Joey Badass not
brain
even
to
young
pick
no more
apart,
like
you know what I
that.
mean?
You
Yeah.
feel me?
He would
Joey
be a good-
Badass back in the day, like
you
would
pick
have
apart his
you feel
brain,
me?
he's like crazy.
Nah,
bro.
hell no. Joey Badass is a nigga out here.
Yeah, he is.
For sure.
No, for sure he is.
For sure.
His
But
new
I
album
would
is
love to
fire.
interview him too, like,
Yeah,
he's
incredible.
but he's a little. I don't know if he resonates with the kids as much as he did like 5 years ago when he was.
I mean, it's a little bit
16,
more of a
like-
younger demographic than the
I
battle
love his
rap
music
shit in
too.
the whole.
Actually, I
Right.
like his music too.
Yeah, his new album's
I do.
incredible.
What
I'd
was
love
it,
to have
the
Joey on
Devastated
here.
song I think was one of my favorite songs.
I'd love to have Joey on here. Vince Staples.
And
there's
Vince
like
Staples. I was
Vince
just about to say,
Staples.
Vince Staples
album
another
is
one that would be a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vince Staples, like these are dudes that understand.
we got some
Vince
ideas.
has been to battle rap events.
for
like,
real.
that's what we'd like to do. Coast Contra, we trying to have them on. They make perfect sense. You feel
Yeah.
me? Like,
Or just sitting here, with another guest and just start chopping it up and giving your views on what the fuck's going on in recent time with battle rapping and let me know your view on it because everybody want to know. Like,
Yeah, the
and
best
these,
way would
and
be
these
to air
motherfuckers want to know too. Like, oh yeah, like, and probably want to go tap in, see what's
so
going
you
on.
like that
come back.
Icarumba shit? Is that what you saying?
Fuck no.
That shit is weak,
I
right?
just wanted to ask you niggas
Yeah.
because it's all around the platform.
Yeah, yeah.
Everybody asking everybody on the platform, so I get to ask y'all. You know what I'm saying? You didn't give a fuck. Like,
Yeah.
he don't even know what's going on.
That shit hella weak.
Yeah, like, I don't fuck with that shit, bro.
Reach me, man.
See, look, it didn't even reach you. But yeah, man,
You ain't
like,
missing much.
it was nice talking to you niggas.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
You already
appreciate
know,
y'all.
man.
Yes,
let's
sir.
make it a thing. You feel me? Like,
Yeah, let's make it a thing, man. Come on, fuck with us. Be like, damn, what these niggas got going on?
Come
Step
on,
in
man.
there, man.
And
fuck
if you
with
and
us.
if you around next Friday, slide on us, pop up at the battle. You feel
Got
me?
to your
Like,
podcast, bitch.
Yeah.
you know the vibes. We about this biatch.
Yes, sir.
This biatch.